Righto, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about hitting Da Nang's airport. A few tips about getting a Grab taxi, where to find it, how much is it going to cost you to get a Grab. Look, if you get a Grab cab, it will end up costing you an extra 10,000 dong because they get you on the way in and on the actual way out of the airport. Just the way it is. There is parking there. You can actually leave your vehicle overnight if you want to go there and go on a trip somewhere else and come back. I'll show you where to park your bike and stuff. I'll show you a few ins and outs of the airport itself. Where do you get in, how do you get out, what to do, buy food, the whole lot. Look, don't buy a SIM card at the airport, just log on to the Wi-Fi. I'll show you that a bit later and get yourself a Grab. I'll show you actually where you find that as well. Look, it's a bit funny out there, like you can't actually get the Grab out on the main road because there's no stopping there. It has to come in the car park. But what a great little airport. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a coffee as we discover Vietnam and Da Nang's airport. No worries, let's get into it. Around this area is where you can park your bike, for instance, if you're picking up someone. Look, I'd advise you not to pick them up on a bike, depends how much luggage you've got. Now right behind me is overnight parking if you want to just stay there for a bit, or if not, park up. But there is a fee right behind me, undercover parking here. Now I did get told it was 3,000 dong per night. Well, that's what he understood. He went 3, and I'm assuming 3,000 dong to leave your bike undercover. If you wanted to go to Thailand or go home or whatever you want, that's the place to do it. Now, you probably have to get in contact with the airport parking, which is online. I'll try to find a link and put the link down below. You're best off contacting them through email and stuff like that. Look, majority of the people around here don't speak good English. Moved away, actually. That's the way it is. But yeah, if you want to leave your bike under here, there's plenty of room and there's plenty of bikes there. Look, in this area itself is where the parking is. I'm having a look at the sign here. Now I can't, it's not in English at all, but there's 4,000, 7,000, 10,000. So it does cost a little bit if you want to leave it overnight. There's the sign there, good luck with reading it. But I have noticed people coming in and out of the airport parking. It's not like Sydney Airport where they charge you an arm and then they take your leg to park here. If you park here in Sydney's airport for more than 15 minutes, you're gone. Take out a loan. That's just the way it is in Australia. But here looks like, I don't know if they've got tags or whatever. I parked my bike for free, didn't say anything about cost. There's a lot of Grab drivers around there. Look, if you want to catch a Grab bike and you've got light luggage, it's the place where I showed you before. Go down there and Bob's your uncle. Now, on the main road, just outside the airport, there's a no stopping zone there. So if you order a Grab car, they cannot stop along that road. So you actually have to come into the car park and wait for them there. But otherwise, international airport's pretty easy. If you haven't got a SIM card, look, inside the International Airport itself, there's a few SIM card people that you can actually get SIM card. But if you're already here, normally you've stopped at Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi and you've come down to here. I'll have a look around and show you anyway. Looks like there's a designated area. It's green and it's got Grab Da Nang International Airport. Order a Grab, Bob's your uncle, and wait there. Now the place where that is, you're probably thinking, oh, I don't know where it is, but let's turn around and have a look. There's the exit right there. You cross the road and just come up straight up there where it says, there's all signs. It's a lot more sign orientated in Da Nang compared to Ho Chi Minh City. It's like you wouldn't have a clue where there's a few tents and stuff like that, but no one really knows where the actual Grab is. Now look, some of the cabs along here you won't want to catch because they will charge you a finger, a thumb, and maybe a hand to get into town. They are pretty expensive when you get a taxi from there. They're all hanging around like vultures. Well, I wouldn't say vultures, but look, they're there to make money, for instance. Look, I'll let you have a look. Look, it's the main strip of the airport itself, and you've got a couple of cabs waiting there, ready to pick you up. But I still say to people, catch a Grab, it is a lot cheaper. Now, if you haven't got the Grab app at the moment, download it, it's pretty easy. All you have to really do is log onto the Wi-Fi of the airport. You have to do your rigmarole, put your email down, the whole lot, register yourself. and then you can get it. But once you go outside the airport, yes, your internet will die. So you're best off going down there, sitting down for a coffee. They do make really good coffees in there. Of course, yes, I know it's the airport and you will pay a little bit higher price than you would in town, but you're on holidays. Dig into your pocket, reach out and spend an extra $1 and get a nice cappuccino or a latte. Now, when you do order the latte or cappuccinos, make sure you ask for a hot one. If not, they're just going to give you an iced one. But what a great little place to come. You won't get lost in this airport itself. Now, it is the international and also the domestic all in one, not like Ho Chi Minh City. They've got an international one, and down further they've got around 5-minute walk, they've got a domestic one. I found that the hard way. I had to run and everything else. So, all right, let's cross the road with these. Look at this. I can actually stay in the middle of the road and not get hit. That's pretty good. Now, when you're waiting for someone, they will not let you into the airport itself. Everyone has to wait on the outside to actually see people. The way to get inside again, I'll show you. But I didn't know where to go. I came out just to have a look around and then wanted to go back in. The guy goes, no entry. And I said, where? And he goes, down there. I went, okay, let's go there now and I'll show you. Righto, just behind me is where you come out, and there is a Highland coffee place, and there's also the toilet area and also the smoking area for all you smokers. Now, when you come down here, you walk right to the end because you think to yourself, where am I going? But this is actually how you get in. This little bit behind you here, you go in those doors and you go through scanners and stuff. You take your shoes, your belts off, everything else you have to do to go in there. They do check your passport to make sure you are a person. Look, they looked at my passport and my ticket and found out I just arrived, so they let me in. So I'm assuming that if you're waiting for someone, you just can't go in there and wait. So you have to stay on the outside and wait. That's the way it is. All about safety these days. Now, right behind me, you do get the actual duty-free shop. You've got the tourism, you've got a restaurant, which is, well, not a restaurant, it's a cafe with food and drink and stuff like that. So you won't go hungry when you land. So there's plenty of places to eat around here. You've got food and drink again, you've got food and drink also. You've got down here a couple of terminals where you actually can't get in, you can only get out of there, but most of them are shut these days. They only have one entrance. In and out through the one I just showed you. Now, there's a lot of lifts around here if you want to go to departure, which is upstairs, which we'll go visit very short. Wow, let's go now. Yeah, I'm being lazy. There is stairs there, but I'm going to catch the lift. I can't be bothered walking upstairs at the moment. Looks nice. Yeah. Oh, it's a glass one. You can see through it all. Whoops. Bit of a trip. There's only 2 levels. There's ground. Now, we're up at the departure area. Look, you do have the Lucky Cafe, which is, I don't know if it is lucky or not. You do have like a Hungry Jack over there that sells a Whopper burger. I don't know what sort of Whopper it is, but we get Whopper burgers over there. But you've got the area here where you can actually drop off, and it's a lot quieter up here at the moment. Look, I'm assuming that the planes are far from few at the moment, so you can actually come through. But, blue carpet. Where's the red carpet? It says blue carpet. Where's the red carpet? I want to be walking on the red carpet, not the blue carpet. Probably not a busy day that you need to park. Let's get in there and I'll see what's going on. Same thing with every international airport. You've got the actual airline desks, Vietnam Air. You've also got Viet Air. They've got there. They've even got banks here, and they've, like I said, normal places. What you need to do, log on through there, so you don't have to wait up. You get your ticket. Now, all these prices around here with the actual shops and that, you will be paying out of your wazoo. Pretty expensive, but what a nice place to sit down and relax. It's not as busy as I thought it would be. Not like Ho Chi Minh City, that's a nightmare, man. Seriously. But you've got tea places, you've got the big bowl, you've got, like I said, Burger King here, which is a spin out, which actually, I don't know, I might even go in for a burger. I haven't even had a burger yet while I'm here, but it's probably going to cost me like $20 for a burger. But otherwise, yeah, you've got massage chairs, you've got coffee places, you've got Pak Lung coffee and tea places, and the lineup is pretty good. Like, they look like they're pretty fast in getting people through the actual scanners. Righto, that was Da Nang's International Airport. It is pretty easy to navigate through here. You've got the Grab, which is right behind me, and you just come out, book a cab through the airport Wi-Fi. Instead of getting a SIM card, look, you're best off getting a SIM card in town. Now, if you do get a SIM card in town, it is a lot cheaper, and I assume they work a lot longer than the ones here. I did get told they do fail after a couple of days, so you're best off going, of course, Vintel. They're the ones I got, and they're quite good. For a 6 gig a day, I'm paying up to $6 a month. Wow, mate, you wouldn't hear that with Telstra in Australia. They hit you arm and legs. Now I'm paying $85 a month for 180 gigs a month. So it's not that great compared to the telcos over here. Now there is a few telcos you can go through, but I do say still Vintel is the best one to get. But quite easy. Get off the plane, grab yourself something to eat, wait for a while for your Grab. The Grab will send you a message, you go, ding ding, I've got you, I'm 5 minutes away. Then come over behind me, just here, and wait for it. Look, it does give you all the number plates, the model of the car, the colour of the car, the lot. So you can't really get mixed up. And most of them are waving to you, oh, grab, grab, grab. I'll go, wow, you know, let me have a look at your number plate if you're my Grab. Look, from here to actual Da Nang across the bridge to the ocean area, it's around 5 kilometres, and look, you expect to pay to go there, especially in here. They might charge you a little bit extra because they've come to the airport to pick you up. So you might pay, I paid around 80,000 dong to get to my motel in Da Nang itself. But that's the international airport. I hope you liked the video. Share it with a friend. Smash that thumbs up. There's plenty more videos to come. Plan to ride with a friend of mine to go to Hue. I've said that wrong. I call it Hue, H-E-U, but it's called Hue for a couple of days ride. Should be nice to see. I hope you stay tuned for that one. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going for some lunch. Talk to you soon.